Social emotional learning, or SEL, is an important aspect of a child's education and overall development. It involves teaching children to understand and manage their emotions, establish positive relationships with others, and make responsible decisions. These skills are crucial for success in school and in life, and they can be developed through a variety of strategies. In today's episode, I'm going to share with you some of my favorite strategies for incorporating SEL into your classroom. Stay tuned. What's kicking, educational rock stars? Welcome back to another episode of Teaching Made Easy, where I strive to bring you practical tips, inspiring stories, simple classroom systems that actually work, and expert insights to help you become a more effective and confident teacher. I'm your host, Farah, the Center Fairy, and in each episode, we'll explore a different aspect of teaching, from lesson planning to classroom management to student engagement and professional development. If this is your first time joining me here on the channel, be sure you hit that like and that subscribe button and click that bell so that you get notified when I go live or upload a new video here on the channel. This week we're chatting all about SEL, so grab a cup of coffee, turn the volume up, and get ready to dive in and feel empowered and inspired. Social emotional learning is becoming an increasingly important aspect of education, as research shows that developing social and emotional skills can improve students' academic performance, relationships, and overall well-being. Today I'm going to share with you 5 effective strategies and some examples for promoting SEL in your classroom. The first strategy I want to share with you is to incorporate SEL into your current curriculum. Now, incorporating SEL into various subjects makes the learning more engaging and relevant to your students. For example, you can use literature to explore emotions and teach your students how to express them in a healthy way. You can also use math and science to teach problem solving and decision-making skills. By integrating SEL into your current curriculum, you can help your students see the connections between social emotional skills and academic success. Now, one way to do this, if you are a language arts teacher, is you can use children's literature to teach students about different emotions and how to express them in a healthy way. For example, read stories such as The Color Monster by Anne Lannis or Today I Feel Silly by Jamie Lee Curtis to teach students about different emotions and how to identify and express them. If you're a math teacher, you can use math problems to teach problem-solving skills and decision-making skills. You can give your students real-world math problems and require them to make decisions based on data and solve problems in a collaborative setting. By working together to solve these problems, your students can develop their social and emotional skills. Now, for my science teachers, you can use lessons to teach students about empathy and perspective taking. You can have your students work together to create models of different ecosystems and discuss how different organisms depend on each other for their survival. By working collaboratively and considering different perspectives, your students can develop their empathy and teamwork skills. Now, strategy number 2 is role-playing and simulations. Role-playing and simulations can be a fun and effective way for students to practice their social emotional skills. Your students can role-play scenarios such as resolving conflicts or making responsible decisions, and then discuss their thoughts and feelings about the experience. Role-playing allows students to practice using their social and emotional skills in a safe environment, and it can help them build confidence and empathy. Now, one way to do this is through conflict resolution. You can have your students role-play different scenarios involving conflict, such as a disagreement between two friends or a misunderstanding between two classmates. By playing out different scenarios, your students can practice skills such as active listening, communication, and problem solving. You can also provide guidance and feedback on how to handle these different situations in a constructive and respectful way. Another way you can do this is through responsible decision making. You can have your students participate in simulations that require them to make decisions based on real-world scenarios. You can create a simulation of a community meeting where students have to make decisions about how to allocate resources or solve a problem. By participating in the simulation, your students can practice critical thinking, decision making, and collaboration skills. Now, a third way you can do this is through social skills. You can have role-playing activities that help your students practice different social skills, such as making introductions, initiating conversations, or expressing empathy. Have your students role play a scenario where one student is feeling left out and another student reaches out to include them. By practicing different social scenarios, your students can develop greater confidence and social awareness. You can also provide feedback and guidance on how to improve their social skills. Now, strategy number 3 is to encourage student-led discussions. Allowing students to lead discussions about their emotions and experiences can be a powerful way to promote SEL. You can facilitate these discussions by asking open-ended questions and providing a safe and supportive supportive environment for students to share. By giving students the opportunity to express themselves and listen to others, you can help build a sense of community in your classroom. Now, one way to do this is through their emotions and feelings. You can start by creating a safe and supportive environment where your students feel comfortable sharing their emotions and feelings. You can ask open-ended questions such as, how do you feel today? Or what makes you happy or sad or angry? And then encourage your students to share their thoughts and feelings with the rest of the class. You can also ask follow-up questions to help your students explore their emotions and share strategies for managing them. Another way that you can do this is through community building. You can encourage student-led discussions about building a positive classroom community. You can ask questions such as, what can we do to make our classroom a better place? Or how can we support each other? Then allow your students to share their ideas and suggestions. By giving your students a voice in creating a positive classroom culture, you can help build a sense of ownership and investment in the classroom community. Now, a third way that you can do this is through perspectives and empathy. You can encourage your students to discuss different perspectives and practice empathy by sharing different points of view. You can ask students to share their thoughts and feelings about a current event or social issue and discuss how different people might feel about it. By practicing empathy and considering different perspectives, students can develop greater understanding and appreciation for diversity and build stronger relationships with each other. You can also guide the discussion to help your students practice active listening and respectful communication. Now, strategy number 4 is to utilize mindfulness techniques. Mindfulness techniques such as deep breathing can help students manage their emotions and reduce stress. These techniques can be incorporated into the classroom through activities such as guided meditations or yoga breaks. Mindfulness exercises can help students develop greater self-awareness and self-regulation, and it can also improve their ability to focus and concentrate. One way you can do this is through mindful breathing. You can encourage your students to practice mindful breathing to manage their emotions and reduce their stress. You can lead the class through a guided breathing exercise such as taking slow, deep breaths and encourage students to focus on their breath and the sensations in their body. Mindful breathing can help students to calm their minds and bodies, reduce anxiety, and it also increases their ability to concentrate. Now, a second way you can do this is through mindful movement. You can incorporate mindful movement exercises such as yoga or stretching that is going to help your students develop greater body awareness and regulate their emotions. You can lead the class through different poses and movements and encourage your students to focus on their breathing and the sensations in their body. Mindful movement exercises can help your students develop greater flexibility, balance, and self-awareness. Another way is through mindful listening. You can encourage your students to practice mindful listening to improve their communication skills and their social skills. You can lead the class through listening exercises such as having students close their eyes and listen to the different sounds and encourage students to share what they've heard and how it made them feel. Mindful listening can help students become more attuned to others' feelings and perspectives, improve their communication skills, and build stronger relationships with their peers. Now, the fifth strategy that I want to share with you is to encourage positive relationships. Building positive relationships among students can promote SEL by providing a sense of belonging and support. You can facilitate this by encouraging students to collaborate on group projects and activities by modeling positive behaviors and interactions. By promoting positive relationships, you can create a classroom culture that values empathy, cooperation, and mutual respect. Now, the first way to do this is through cooperative learning. You can structure classroom activities to promote cooperation and teamwork amongst your students. Assign your students to a group project that requires students to work together and solve problems or complete a task. You can also provide opportunities for students to reflect on their teamwork and give feedback to their peers. By working collaboratively, students can develop positive relationships, communication skills, and empathy for their peers. Another way to do this is through positive role modeling. You can model positive behaviors and interactions to create a classroom culture that values kindness, respect, and empathy. You can use positive reinforcement to recognize students who demonstrate positive behaviors such as helping others or demonstrating kindness. You can also provide guidance on how to handle conflicts in a constructive and respectful way. By modeling positive behaviors, you can create a safe and supportive classroom environment that promotes positive relationships. Now, another way is through peer mentoring. You can encourage students to mentor each other and provide support to their peers. Assign older students to mentor younger students and have your students work in pairs to provide feedback on each other's work. Peer mentoring can help students develop their communication skills and leadership skills while also promoting a sense of belonging and support support within your classroom. By providing opportunities for students to mentor each other, you can build a strong and positive classroom community. Using these strategies to promote SEL in your classroom is going to help you provide your students with essential social emotional skills that will serve them well throughout their lives. Incorporating SEL into the curriculum, using role playing and simulations, encouraging student-led discussions, utilizing mindfulness techniques, and encouraging positive relationships can all contribute to a classroom environment that fosters empathy, self-awareness, and positive relationships. As a result, your students can become better equipped to navigate the challenges of school and life with greater resilience and confidence. Now, if you're looking for more tips, strategies, and simple systems to take back into your classroom to make your teacher life easier, check out the other videos on your screen. Thanks for watching, and keep being an educational rock star.